What do we call the soup? This is a vegetable steak soup.
Yes.
It's made with actual steak. This is made with a beef tenderloin, or sirloin strips actually. Ordinarily it's made with any kind of beef, but for this particular application it's kind of like wine. If you want to drink the wine, you should cook with the wine. If it's not a wine that you would drink, then you shouldn't cook with it either. So
Right.
we happen to be partial to the fact that that meat happens to be delicious and a favorite of ours, so that's what we're going to use to cook with.
Yes. Okay. And we'll start with the ingredients.
And I'm going to write this down. All right, so when you're ready.
The ingredients are 2 pounds of the meat of your choice.
Tenderloin. Sirloin tips.
Yes, you could use that too.
Sirloin tips.
Okay. I have 6.
But this is for a huge pot.
Yes.
This is for a
Because, what is the measurement
massive
on
pot.
that top? It should say there.
Well, it says 18-8.
It's 8 quarts, probably.
18 quarts
18.
or 8 quarts? 18 inches maybe
We could measure.
for 8 quarts?
Yeah. Let's measure with water. You want to measure it by the water so you know.
No, just a huge pot. A huge pot right there. All right, so we got 2 pounds of sirloin tips
Okay.
or tenderloin.
6 celery stalks.
6 celery stalks.
You could add to the stove. I don't have it, but you could have it. It's very good. The last time we made, I used the rest of the cabbage that I had in the refrigerator. But for this particular size, you could use half of the cabbage.
Half cabbage shredded.
Mm-hmm.
Optional. Optional. Okay.
Okay, and 1 from my backyard that I
Life-sustaining essence
stole.
coffee for your protection.
1 leek.
1
It's also optional.
This is
homegrown leek.
This is a disclaimer. If nobody drinks coffee, the world will end.
That's right.
Proven by my mother over there.
That's right.
By the way, I'm
For
cameraman.
this particular size pot, you need 7 carrots. I only have 3, so that's
7 medium-sized carrots.
medium or large. It doesn't
Medium
matter. It's
to
just
large
the flavor. And,
carrots. Okay.
And 1 humongous bowl.
We're crooked. We're very crooked, see? Crooked. Okay. Almost. We're crooked. Like I've had un casinho mais.
Well, if you did have a cold you wouldn't be acting functional right now.
That's not right. Functional.
Yeah, that looks good.
All right, we need
And what
a
do you call
humongous.
this?
That's an
2
onion.
large onions.
By the way,
That's
shouldn't this
2
be
large
just a
onions
test
2
run?
large onions.
But we don't have 2 large onions. We're
I'm going to use this one and this one.
Folks, this
Oh,
is
okay.
a test run.
2 large onions.
Shouldn't this be a test run?
No, diced.
Oh, shoot.
These are going to be diced,
Yes.
right? And the carrots are sliced.
No. Yes, I like to cut it in chunks instead of slices.
Chunks?
Yes, like you slice the carrot in half
Yes.
and then you cut it. It's like half of a slice almost.
So it's almost like a diced
Like
carrot.
dice, yes. But a regular size piece is not too small.
Diced medium. How's that?
Okay.
Homegrown leek, also thinly sliced.
Yes.
Thinly sliced.
I don't know where you're going to
Celery
put it
stalks.
because it is mostly I use is the white part, but I use part of the green because it's tender also.
If greens are tender, they may be used also. And celery is just going to be sliced.
Yes.
What about the vegetable oil?
The cameraman's asking about the vegetable oil.
The vegetable oil will be 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil.
Use this brand of vegetable oil. Any vegetable oil other than this will ruin the soup. Just saying.
Okay. Do you mean... I don't know what that is. I can't look it up. Okay.
We'll have to
Soybean
change-
oil.
We have to change that because soybean is no good, right?
Yeah, soybean,
But this-
yucky.
This one is good for.
Do not
frying,
use soybean.
But we could use others.
Yes, canola oil is a better oil
Yes.
to use. Okay. Then we have Kirsch.
9 potatoes.
9 medium potatoes.
Yes.
9 medium potatoes. Chunked or cubed.
Cubed, but not too small.
Cubed.
I got it.
I like this particular pasta.
Tubatini, yes. How much?
1 cup.
For that whole pot?
So
1
that
cup
has to be too thick.
tubatini. We have the 9 potatoes, we have the onion.
Okay, well, if it's curves, it's actually is more to your liking. If you like a lot of curves, you could put. But here,
For
I'm
this
gonna cut
recipe, we're using
a bunch.
a bunch of
Probably
herbs.
after they cut and washed, you probably
Curves
have
are
about,
amazing.
Give it take a little bit, maybe 6 cups of
6 cups.
They've already chopped and washed.
Approximately 6 cups. And for all of those of you who are not Portuguese, these are herbs, kale,
Okay.
the superfood kale. If you can grow it, it's even better, so you don't get pesticides. Because all that organic stuff I think is nonsense. Approximately 6 cups of kale. I think organic is nonsense, by the way, because if this is a organic field and this is a non-organic field, the soil is connected. So the water leaches over into the organic, and the rain and wind blow the pesticide over here. So, right. Sorry, I digress. Okay, go ahead. So you paid, $12 for that,
Yes,
and it's cheaper just to grow your own.
that's it.
That's what you should do, just grow it. Then you know it's organic.
Now you're gonna have, I have here 8 cups.
In a separate pot.
Mhm.
In a separate pot, add 8 cups water.
We're gonna need more. Should be 12 cups more, but I'm not sure because never measured the water that goes into there. We'll measure the water, the actual amount of water after we have everything. But
So am
we
I
can
taking the
probably
8
measure.
cups of water out?
No, you could leave it and just add more later on when we, okay. How you?
You're making a chicken stock,
Yes, it's a beef.
beef stock. Add 8 cups of water
Mm-hmm.
and how many tablespoons of
Okay.
beef bouillon? And tablespoons beef bouillon.
That lady you're seeing right there is our stock manager.
Hi.
And this
My
beautiful...
paper is the bag that comes into this, with this.
Really?
Yes. But if you don't have it, you could substitute for 1 tablespoon of this.
Okay, so
And this intelligent little lady right here is Mrs. Fuzz. Mrs. Fuzz. She is the best cook in town. If you want to, in the future, Anna's bakery and cooking lessons will be shown soon.
And I love you, Michael.
What?
the famous ramen soup that saves everybody on the planet. If you're able to get this ramen soup, beef flavor, the packets in here are fantastic.
Not the pasta,
Perfect for colds.
Just the the package.
If you don't have that, this will work just fine. The Knorr beef, which is fine. So your first choice, that one. Second choice, that one. Done.
For this amount, you need 2 bags of mashed.
So either 2 packets or
Or 2 tablespoons.
Or 2 tablespoons.
For that hash.
and 2 tablespoons beef bouillon or 2 packets beef flavor from ramen soup. I love ramen soup. And for those of you who ate it in college every day and have grown to hate it, I love ramen soup. I ate it for many, many days. Still love it. Okay.
Now you have all the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the ingredients back to me? to
I
make
can.
sure
So we
that
got
you
2
have it?
pounds of sirloin tips or tenderloin,
Mhm.
6 celery stalks, sliced, half a cabbage optional,
But it's very good. Let's get the next one.
1 homegrown leek thinly sliced. If greens are tender, they may be used also. 7 medium to large carrots, diced medium. 2 large onions diced. Yeah, I put that in the wrong spot. 9 medium potatoes cubed and 1 cup of tubatini and approximately 6 cups of kale.
Okay.
Now we're going to prep it. We're going to pause.
Yes.
We'll be back.
Do you have the 3 tablespoons of oil there?
Nope. Gotta add 3 tablespoons of oil.
Yes. Now when you are not feeling well, I put 2 garlic cloves there. I don't know if you want to put it on.
Why not? Garlic is always good. Minced, diced, crushed,
Yes.
pulverized, smashed to smithereens.
It doesn't matter because by the time it's cooked, it will all be dissolved. There goes the onions.
Which I wish we had television.
And the bay leaf. Medium fire.
She's getting violent with the garlic.
Everyone is anxious to go into the trash.
I see that.
It disappeared.
That's hot.
Give it stir to the.
I'm gonna try to fish that out without causing 3rd-degree burns here.
No, we don't want to do that.
There we go. We got it.
Put someone in there. That's fine. That's together.
Always a wooden spoon. Never a metal
Yes.
spoon. Never, ever, ever use
Yes,
a metal spoon.
definitely.
Wood.
Okay, garlic is done. Okay, here comes the meat. Now back to the medium high. And this is going to simmer here in medium high for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. And that's when you prep the vegetables. Okay?
That smells really good.
It goes. One,
That's going in a different pot now.
2.
There you go.
this is just the flavor. And you could also use the store-bought.
Right, you could use the
Yes, the
boxes
containers.
or the Kansas
Yes,
beef
yes,
stock.
yes. Now, you kind of stir
I like the idea of the garlic being in there all the time.
Okay. And you could add to the recipe.
4 minced garlic.
Okay, now when this water starts to boil,
3 tablespoons of oil.
yes, for the beef stock, taste it. If it doesn't have much flavor, you could have more
Okay,
of
3
this.
tablespoons of oil. So in large pot, add oil. Saute onion for 1 minute on medium heat. Add beef and cook medium high for about,
Now, it's mark the time that you put it on, and then you would have to accept the noodles. Okay, because also depends sometimes the tenderness of the meat.
so it's probably been in there for at least a minute.
Yes, just a bit.
That's good. I could eat that just like that.
Now we're going to start preparing the vegetables.
Most people use the regular, whatever meat they can get their hands on, but that meat right there makes a simply divine soup.
Makes a big difference.
Very, very big difference in the flavor.
Big difference in the
It also makes a difference in the chewability of it.
Yes.
When you're eating soup and you get a piece of meat in there that's not a very tender piece of meat, as one chef said once, the more you chew it, the bigger it gets in your mouth. So it kind of takes from the whole thing of the soup. This is the kind that melts in your mouth as you're eating it, and the flavor is just...
Divine. Okay.
No?
Less than
Oh.
this one.
All right, well then you're going to have to...
Well, whatever we don't give it up for it.
This is
And
a...
that's better.
For those of you who've never seen one of those, this is a Cape Cod gooseberry. I'd offer you one, but I don't share very well. Not those anyway.
You do that to the celery, right? You know how to do this?
I would hope so. For those of you who aren't very good with celery, you really should shave the celery so you don't have these big long stringy things
Yes.
in the soup. Otherwise you end up with feeling like you're eating pasta because you have these stringy things that are stuck between your teeth. Very yuck. So you want to use a vegetable peeler and shave those off.
Okay.
That way you can cut it cleanly without being stuck with a lot of fibers. Oh my goodness. It's simply beautiful. As Trisha Year would say, beautiful! Hi! There's our cameraman.
The cameraman's the soup.
No, caught you coming into the kitchen. That's our official taste tester.
Me.
And he knows exactly where everything goes inside the soup.
Yeah.
Let's see how the name is going. And this. Beautiful. See how nice it looks? See the flavor that's already accumulating on the bottom of this pot?
Oh, the au jus.
That's like a gravy. Awesome.
Awesome.
And now I need the salad.
The salad center.
It's the Russian squash.
There she goes. There is Mrs. Fuzz. There's there's Mrs. Fuzz.
We should leave the salad spinner uncovered when it's in the garage.
Okay.
You could put this in one head cover and put the head cover over this one.
That's why I posted it.
Eyes too, and there's moisture in the bottom too. Surprised with the paper towel.
Yes.
Just needs a good rinse.
I'm gonna show you what you do with the fish.
So we need to find out why we can't pause this.
Why?
Michael.
I get to taste this.
Okay, that's when the garlic goes in.
I want to taste too.
Okay.
The other cameraman would like to have a taste.
Okay. Give it with a fork. And we're going to get you a nice piece.
Yeah.
It's very hot, my darling. Okay. Now the bay leaves are coming out. Before I start putting any other liquid inside there.
Alright, we're going to do taste
I
testing.
have to fish for the bay leaves now.
Oh man, that's good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Marvelous.
See, that's one bay leaf coming out. We have two more in there because they already give the flavor that I want. Here's the next piece. One more. Because those give an excellent flavor, but it could be dangerous if you swallow it. All set.
We'll cook it again. There we
I'm
go.
going to load the cream. And it's almost ready for the vegetables.
So now we cook that for 14 minutes.
Yes,
We're going to say 15 minutes. Add beef and bay leaf.
and garlic and remove the bay leaf.
Add beef.
There's Mrs. Fuzz over there shredding some celery and carrot.
Hi.
Remove bay leaves.
And there's our shopper and stalker over there.
And add
Now we
Beautiful.
chop the vegetables.
garlic.
Now we put one onion in the soup. And this one goes with the vegetables because I like the flavor.
Ah. Saute. Half of the diced onion. I love those hands.
It's not. Helping me with the cutting of the vegetables.
I can do that.
This is all going at the same time.
Get my own knife though, is that how this works?
Yes, I have.
And no cutting board, I don't have my own cutting board either. I see how it is.
We have an extra cutting board if I can find it.
I don't think it's down there, I think it's actually, okay, never mind. I was gonna say in the garage.
I guess I don't need it anymore.
So I'm okay to start the celery, yes?
Yes. I love the flavor of the onion on it.
I have to remember to put that in the recipe,
Mm-hmm.
that onion goes with the stock. Stock? No, yes.
It goes with the vegetables. Because you're gonna have to cook the vegetables a little bit until they both a little bit. And then you add the stock.
Hairy fiber from celery, yuck.
Nice.
You don't want that in your soup though. So do we put these celery greens in there also? Do you want the celery greens?
Yes,
I like the celery greens.
I do too.
So all of this is going to be mixed together. Right there. Ooh, pretty strong onion.
Warning, if you cut an onion, bring some tissues.
Do you want it on the bigger side?
Yes. Because you want to look at the crunch of the celery when you're making the soup. I like it. And that's the way I've been making it, and that's the way you've been eating it.
And that's the way I like it. And that's the way,
Now this is the leek,
Not to be confused with a leek in a boat.
right?
Did you pluck that from my garden?
Yes, I did,
You did.
with the pleasure.
Put my bigger one out there?
Yes, ma'am. I went around and looked for the biggest one.
Excellent. I'm
There
curious how
was
it's
in
gonna be.
there. It's beautiful.
Not too spoiled with that already.
No,
Next year I will have more, two of the raised beds will be garlic. And I think maybe one of the raised beds should be leeks. Actually, once the garlic comes out, the leeks can go right into that bed.
I don't like the way the one is.
But in August, if I take out the leeks, or in July, if I take the garlic out rather, that means the leeks will have August, September, and October, 3 months. And they taste sweeter when they are plucked during the colder months,
Yes.
right? Tomatoes and peppers will have to go along the side of the fence. They have
Yes.
been voted off the island.
Yes, they've been good there too.
But I think we'll get more enjoyment out of the garlic and the leeks than we will out of the
Yes.
tomatoes and peppers. Although
Yes.
the peppers, I would still like to get some of the yellow peppers. Maybe just a few of those tomatoes. And everywhere else in the yard is going to have the corsage.
Place. Now turn it.
It's imperative that you throw the vegetables on the floor. That's a secret.
That is a sin.
That is tenderizing the vegetables.
That would cure any cold.
Yes, that's pretty important actually.
This is good.
Carrots with the substance.
Now I'm going to do the.
Got the onion getting to you, Michael?
Yep.
That's a big chunk. Unchunkify that one. Go.
By the way, I'm sous chef in this house.
Yes.
a second.
All right, Sous Chef, you want to bring over the camera
No! Of course I will.
for what the vegetables look like? So here's our vegetables. There you go. Nice hearty chunks, not too big, but certainly not diced real small. There we go. Now on to the courge or kale.
Yes, those before
See,
you
Portuguese people have had it right all this time.
see into the tash this goes.
That is the vegetables. And that green stuff you see over here is called kale or courge in Portuguese.
Okay, and my vegetables into the clean.
So now we're on a medium low
Yes,
for heat.
until we get all the vegetables in there.
There we go. There it is.
Now that is the soup. And over here, as you can see, that is caldinho in Portuguese. We are a Portuguese family.
So what I was saying is that now that everybody's on this kale kick of how healthy it is, and they're doing the kale juice and kale everything else, Portuguese people have had it right all along. We've been making kale soup since the beginning of time.
Yes,
So,
okay.
any other good health aspects
And don't
or
forget
health
kale
tips?
chips.
I'm going to show you
We probably have been there.
into the courge. I like it in little strips like that. So only those big strands.
22 minutes on the
You
clock.
see like this. You see, no, that's still the big cut. I just wanted to show you.
We want it to look like this.
Yes,
Okay.
so one big fish.
So we're looking for pieces of kale that are about the size of, I don't know, maybe half of a
An average
Post-it note.
leaf.
And
An
then
average
you
leaf. Maybe half of an
An
average
average
leaf.
maple leaf? Maple leaf?
Maple leaf? Maple leaves are pretty big, but that's all right. This is probably about the size of half of a Post-it note maybe.
And then you cut it.
And then it's going to be cut into smaller pieces like that.
That's when the measurement cup. would
Reduce to
come-
medium low.
That's when the measurement cup would come handy.
Add carrot, onion, celery to beef.
And we're going to chop the courge and see how much
So
we're going to
you're
have.
probably gonna have 8 cups, is my guess.
So we're gonna take the courge and we'll
Always a good idea to take the vein of the kale out. Pretty tough when you put it in the soup. Or if you happen to be the unfortunate soul that gets that while you're eating, you have this big long thing sticking out of your mouth.
If the curves are tender, you could chop that together with the leaves. But at this time of the year, the curves
August.
are, yes. But, yes, in the fall, you could just chop this up together and it's wonderful. You're gonna have about 6 cups of this.
You think so? Cameraman,
Yep.
we can pause. We're just gonna push the power, we're gonna push that button in the back, same one that you'd use to record. So when washing the kale, you're kind of
Roll it.
rolling it or kind of sort of crushing it. You want to kind of break the leaves apart and kind of soften them up a little bit while you're rinsing it. If you don't and you just kind of throw them in the water like that, they're going to be a little bit on the bitter side. So all that green water that's coming out of the bottom,
See?
you can either not dump that. I would have saved that for plants. Some plant out there, it just went.
But I need this to run some more, to wash it again.
So you want to rinse it until basically you're getting all the green water out of there.
Not all of it, but at least rinse it in 2 waters, 2 to 3 waters.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to hide this because I want this water boiling.
So turn the heat up to medium high, and you're going to kind of wilt the vegetables a little
Yes.
bit. And you're turning the stock over there up to high. You want to bring it to a boil.
See if it has too much moisture. It didn't wilt, it started to cook.
Okay.
And I want it to wilt and the vegetables to let out the flavor.
So you're almost stir frying the vegetables right now.
Just about. It's not much of oil in here, but you see how they're breaking down already? And now, this goes in.
Interesting.
And then we put the oil. Now when you put the pasta, you're going to have to watch it so the pasta don't get stuck at the bottom. How do you like that, Michael? Look at this.
That's beautiful.
Yum, eh? Okay, look at the way they are stirred, so you can have the feel how they get inside. Something is good.
Some of the pasta, but I don't dare stick my hands in there right now.
Okay. And there comes 1 tablespoon salt.
1 tablespoon of salt.
Never put too much salt because I could always put it on the spoon is ready. See it? And then spread it all over the vegetables. Now we're going to place this. I want you to taste golden. You know, on TV when they said to scrape that at the bottom.
Deglaze.
No. See, it's ready to go in there.
So the stock is going in. Ah, you're not going to use those.
No, that's all right.
You need to come this way so I can pour that way. Thank you.
Did you taste the whole thing? Did you like the flavor?
Very good.
Good. There you go. There's your spaniel. It's 8 cups in there, and I'm going to put another 8 cups.
Of plain water.
Yes, now I'm going to add more of the,
Okay. So it's 16 cups.
yes, on that big, for that big touch. But now it's cooking already, so I'm going to boil the rest of the water.
So this particular soup requires 16 cups of stock. Okay.
One more tablespoon to temperature.
It would be, wouldn't it be 2 tablespoons? Because you did 2 tablespoons for the last one, so it would be 2 tablespoons.
Yes. And every time you add more water, if you want more caldine, you just
Taste it.
and just go to taste it.
Okay, so I don't remember if we had added the potatoes in yet. I think we had. And we just cook the rest of the soup until the potatoes are tender.
Take about 20 minutes.
And then that is the final product. Delicious.
Stir. Want me to stir?
Yes, please. Ooh. All kinds of hearty goodness.
Yeah. See, that's what you look like.
Delicious.
See?
Miserable Anna.
Hi.
Thank you.